Okay. Hey, I've stumbled onto something, okay? Listen, ball locks are not what they say they are, okay? They're not what they say they are. I think that the shot caller is hiding something. I'm gonna blow this story wide open. I'm gonna show everybody what's really going on here. I don't think you have enough mana for that. Look, there's the table right there.
What are you doing in here?
Let me see that ball lock. I knew it.
Hey, get away from that thing.
There's a pipe that leads from the lock to the trough. You put the ball in and it just drains. It's not a lock at all. Hey, it's just a drain. It's just a drain. It's just a drain. It's a drain. I don't know how my code works. Come on, man, let me go. What is this?
Quiet, you. I'm about to expose all you pinball makers for the liars you are.
Okay, look at this. This is Pinball, okay? Okay, so player 1, he's locking a ball, right? And then he drains. And then player 2 can steal that lock from player 1 and play his multi-ball. And you go back to player 1's game, he has to relock his ball. He has to relock it because player 2 already took it from him, okay? Yeah, it even has its own name, lock stealing. Have you heard about this? Lock stealing. When the player that didn't lock the ball gets to play with that locked ball. So why is it called a ball lock if any old player can come and steal from it? That's not much of a lock, is it? It's not a lock at all. Still, okay, look, still, I respect that they have a physical locking machine though, right? Because at least the ball is being physically, it's being held by something, by the mechanism inside the field, right? It's being locked. But that's not always the case though. Right? That's not always the case. Look. Watch this, look.
Get the troops ready.
You see? Hey, see? It just spat out the ball somewhere else, all right? It didn't lock it at all. It just said lock on the display, but it didn't lock anything. It just picked up a number. And that's when I found out. Virtual ball locks. Have you heard about this? Virtual ball locks. They're not even real. They're not real locks. They're just a counter inside of the computer of the machine that ticks up when you hit a specific target. And so, that begs the question, what even is a ball lock? If it's just a target that progresses you to multi-ball, well, that's like every single target in every single game, right? Like, look. March Madness, right? March Madness, every single shot will take you to either total annihilation, or it will take you to Martian multi-ball, or it will take you to the normal locking multi-ball. They're all targets that lead to multi-ball, so they're all ball locks. Look, Monster Bash, right? Monster Bash, because every single target progresses you towards the Monster Bash. Every single monster progresses you towards Monster Bash. Monster Bash is multi-ball. All of the monsters are a ball lock. Frankenstein is a double ball lock because it gives you Frankenstein multi-ball and Monster Bash multi-ball. Scared Stiff too. Scared Stiff. Every single target is progressing you towards the Scared Stiff climax. Every single table that has that big climactic multi-ball, everything is a ball lock. Everything is a ball lock. And then, okay, follow me. I started playing Twilight Zone, okay? And this was the table that really broke me here. Okay, Twilight Zone, right? Okay, you lock the ball for the door multi-ball, and it just drains the ball. It just goes straight to the drain. And so multi-ball it's coming from the trough. It's just a drain. It's just a drain. It's not locking anything. But then there's the gumball machine, and that does lock it. Because the gumball machine, okay, so the gumball machine, it locks the ball, right? but it doesn't give that same ball out. It does that Martian Madness thing where it spits out a ball from the play field where you can keep playing it without launching a new ball from the trough, okay? But then the ball that it just kicked out, it's not the same ball. It's not the same ball. It came from the gumball machine. It was the next ball to come out of the gumball machine because you're progressing towards getting the Powerball out. And the Powerball, so the Powerball, right? It can be in the gumball machine. That's where it usually is. But it doesn't have to be. It can be on the playfield, or it can be in the drain. It could have drained. Or it can be in the trough. So what Twilight Zone does, okay, it has magnetic sensors that are able to read when the non-magnetic ceramic ball is either in the trough or it's in the gumball machine, right? And so it's able to change into Powerball mode when it senses that the Powerball is in play because of just those two magnetic sensors. That's all it takes to be able to tell if the Powerball's on the field. But that Powerball doesn't stay in the same place if you're playing it with multiple players or if you're even playing a different game. We'll get to that. Okay, but like any player, a player from a different game even can steal the ball locks off of a player that has already progressed the gumball machine. So that means that Twilight Zone has lock stealing not just from player to player, but game to game. So this is a machine that has a physical lock, but it's actually more of a virtual lock because you can only get that Powerball multi-ball if you've got the Powerball. And if you're a player that has that ball in the drain at the moment, then you're never going to be able to get it unless you lock the ball through the other virtual lock through the other multi-ball system. Not to mention the fact that Twilight Zone is one of those tables that has a multi-ball climax, so when you get all of the door panels, you get multi-ball, which means that every single target is a ball lock. Everything is a virtual ball lock. Which begs the question, why didn't you do something that cool? Oh, come on, man. I made this out of a box of scraps I salvaged off of a broken machine. I didn't have a ball lock mechanism. I didn't even know what a diverter was when I was designing this thing. Cut me some slack. Alright, I really don't know if I can get these zip ties off of me. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Pinballer Shot Caller. Project Multiball is a series where I document my progress towards building a fully operational pinball machine from the ground up. I put out videos every single week, and progress has really kicked up a lot recently, so now's a great time for you to subscribe. And as always, happy ballin'!